Hey guys, this is Unicef fan Saddam here, and welcome to a live stream here. And this is on StreamYard right here. So yeah, so for those who are just joining the stream right now, I have a link in the description. So if you guys have StreamYard, you can come in here. So yeah, I just want to do like a little chat with you guys. He's here on my channel, and I also want to give some updates for it on what I'll be doing. So yeah, so let's get started. So first thing I want to talk about for an update on my channel is Train Cup Series, and for those who are still wondering why have I not started the series, well, for that is that I decided that I'm officially canceling the series just because I just don't have enough time to do it, and it just takes so much work to do. I mean, I do have a stop motion app, but I just don't feel like doing these type of videos anymore. I mean, it's just hard to do. So yeah, I hope you guys understand, and I decided not to do the downhill one either, just because that just takes so much work to do. And yeah, so I hope you guys understand of what I'm doing here. And yeah, so Train Cup Series is officially canceled now. Sorry guys, but I don't feel like making these videos anymore. So yeah, so I hope you understand my decision here. And yeah, and also another thing, in 2021, I'm actually be starting a new series on my channel. And for those who watched my channel in early 2019 and to the summer of 2019, for those who don't know, I actually did a series on my YouTube channel for NASCAR race reviews, but I ended up canceling it because I didn't feel like making them. I was behind, and it was copyrighted because I showed NASCAR clips. But yeah, I've officially decided to return it, but it'll be in a different way. The different way is that this time I'll just be doing something different in here. And hello, Preston Racing. Welcome to the live stream.
What's up?
Welcome. Yeah, how are you doing?
Doing really fine. Doing really good.
Yeah, I was just giving some updates on my channel, what's going to be happening too.
Oh, cool. Very
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. I was also telling for those who are watching this, and hello, Chase and Kevin Harvick rocks. Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, he's just in the chat here. Yep. Yeah, and I've decided that for next year I'm actually going to be doing a NASCAR race review series, and I actually once did that in 2019 too.
Yeah, what is your opinion on my rage reviews? Will you do those just like me as well? Because I get really mad if Harvick or Keselowski wins.
Well, I think I'll probably do that as well, but I probably won't be yelling as loud in my videos just because I just don't feel like that. But I would be mad if Harvick or Brad would win. Same goes for Stenhouse.
Yeah, I mean, Stenhouse isn't really good at winning that much, except for the super speedway races, because he's really good on super speedways.
Yeah, I mean, the closest he ever came to winning a super speedway race this year was the first Talladega race when he came runner up to Ryan Blaney, which honestly I was happy that Blaney won that thing because I didn't want Stenhouse to win it.
Yeah, the reason why I used to like Stenhouse was because of his super speedway racing. He's just so fun to watch. But now, after the crap that he did to Kurt Busch at Pocono last year, I lost respect for him.
Yeah, and plus I just did not like what he has done in the past, like especially in 2018 when he wrecked Kyle Busch and William Byron in the 2018 Daytona
Yeah.
Summer race. But I mean, I was not watching that race just because I was not watching NASCAR at the time. But in the fall of 2018, I actually started watching again, and now I continue to watch it.
Yeah, I actually watched that race live at like a hotel because me and my mom were actually taking a vacation at that time, so I was able to watch it at that time.
Yeah, I mean, even if I was watching that race, I was actually on vacation that time. I was actually heading to Arizona.
I was actually in Alabama at the time, just north of where I live right now, so
Yeah, and also I even made a little video of a train museum up in Phoenix, Arizona that I posted in 2018.
Wow, very awesome.
Uh, yeah, I still have that video up on my channel, and honestly, I really like that video of how I did it.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, yep, but yeah, but I yeah, but uh, just wanted to just do this like little live stream here.
Yeah, well, I'm actually right now have my PlayStation 4 turned on, so yeah. I just
Oh,
finished playing some NASCAR Heat 5 games.
oh, that's cool. Yeah, I might get NASCAR. I might get a NASCAR Heat game on my PC soon, but I might have to get a controller for it because I don't think it can work with just a keyboard.
That's really cool. I'll be
Uh,
really happy if you get that game.
yeah, but I'm not sure what NASCAR Heat game I would get, but definitely not the first NASCAR Heat game because that game is just not good at all.
You mean NASCAR Heat Evolution?
Yeah, that one.
Well, I actually respect your opinion on the game because my opinion, that game's like really cool. I want to get it for Christmas this year just to make sure, just to like test it out to see how it, turns out because I want to get like the 2016 version, so still pretty good in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, possibly in the NASCAR Heat game I might get for my PC might be NASCAR Heat 4 because I think on Steam it costs like $20.
Wow, that's actually really cheap.
Yeah, but I mean, the Heat 5 version, and it might be more expensive than the Heat 3 and Heat 4 versions.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm, yeah, and I mean, plus I don't have plans to get a PS4 just because I don't feel like it.
Yeah, I understand. I understand, but I'm gonna get the PS5 next year in 2021 when the next NASCAR game comes out because I don't want to
Oh,
get it right now and then I don't get it right now and have nothing to play with, no games to play with. So I'll be understand with that.
oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, and also I heard the news today that another NASCAR team was announced and that is brand new.
Wow, what team was it? Is it?
It's actually a team that BJ McLeod and Matt Tiff are actually the owners of it. It's called Live Fast Motorsports.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be a Ford team. It's actually gonna be aligned with SHR.
That is really really nice.
Yeah, and it
I
sounds
think
like
Corey
that.
LaJoy might go. I'm
Well, it
thinking
sounds
about.
like it. Were you saying something?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say Corey LaJoy might be going to that team since he was with Ford and for this year 2020, but since I heard he's going over to Spire, it's really hard for me to decide where Corey LaJoy and Ty Dillon are going. But I also don't know where John Hunter is going next year.
Yeah, well, I mean, it sounds like BJ McLeod is going to be the driver of the 78 next year because that's the number of the car.
And I used to don't like BJ McLeod, but I'm now neutral to him because most of the races that he's been with, he's been in horrible equipment. So yeah.
I'm kind of neutral over him too, just because I'm just not a fan of him that much. And also, hello, Ram, Katie, and Fanboy. Welcome to the live stream. Me and Preston are just chatting here.
All right, so
Yeah.
I really just don't want Harvick to win any more races next season whatsoever. So I
Yeah,
just
I just hope Harvick will go winless next year. I mean, honestly, I'm just hoping that Kyle Busch will do good with his new crew chief next year. I mean, even though he doesn't have Adam Stevens with him, I'm just hoping he still does good.
yeah, I'm 100% confident Kyle Busch will do good. And besides, Adam Stevens is now with Christopher Bell. I mean, Christopher Bell and is doing did good in the Xfinity series. I think my prediction to get where Christopher Bell could get his first win is either the dirt race at Bristol or the New Hampshire race because he is really good at it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about picking Bell to win New Hampshire since he did pretty good in this year's race, and I just feel like he's just gonna win there. I mean, this year he was good, but he just had an issue. I don't remember what happened to him in that race, just because it was just a while back in August. But I think
Yeah,
he
he
might have
actually had a blown tire.
he blown a tire.
He sure did. He blew a tire. I was
Uh,
really rooting for Christopher Bell. Like, not gonna lie, when he was up to fifth, I was cheering him on. Like, I'm not even kidding.
yeah. I mean, honestly, I was not a fan of that New Hampshire race just because my driver Kyle Busch finished last because of a tire issue, and it was just that race was just kind of boring in my opinion.
Yeah, and that race really sucked because Hamlin was so close. I was still a Kyle Busch fan at the time, but Hamlin was close, but Keselowski was just too good for him. And
Yeah, I mean,
especially that, and
it,
especially that Richmond race, the playoff Richmond race. Oh my gosh, it was so horrible. It was so
uh,
horrible.
yeah, that Richmond race was pretty boring too, and so was the first Dover race. I mean, honestly, the first Dover race was honestly just boring for me, just because nothing happened that much. I mean, honestly, I was happy for Hamlin since he's one of my favorites, but I mean that race was just boring.
Yeah, that race was boring, but the ending where Hamlin was catching up to Truex, that was the one I was pretty excited about. The first half of it didn't go well, but the final 10 laps, it went really good.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I like both Hamlin and Truex. I mean, they're some of my favorite drivers. They're two of my favorite Joe Gets Racing drivers, along with Kyle and Jones. Well, I mean, I know Jones is not in the 20 now, but Bell is another one of my favorites too.
Well, I was actually pretty upset after that Daytona race because the main reason why was because I thought Logano cut up in front of Hamlin and Hamlin had to check up and go down to the inside. But the main reason why I was mostly mad because Johnson didn't make the I mean, not the championship four. I mean, the playoffs, and I was so upset at that.
Yeah, I mean, I was sad too when Jimmy got caught in the second big one. I mean, I was just hoping that Jimmy would make it in to the playoffs, but unfortunately, it just didn't happen in his last season.
Johnson is just has bad luck. It's all that Johnson has getting is just bad luck.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if any race that Jimmy could have won this season would probably could have been the first Darlington race for the return of NASCAR. I mean, he had such a good car in that race, but unfortunately wrecked at the end of stage one.
And he should have honestly won that. He should have won that first Talladega race, but unfortunately, due to Kevin Harvick spinning him out, which I was so upset about that, he finished 14th. I think
Yeah,
he finished 14th.
yeah. I feel like maybe Jimmy may have finished 11th. I'm not sure if he finished 11th or not. Maybe 12th. I don't know. But I mean, another race Jimmy could have won this year could have been maybe the Coke 600. I mean, he came runner up, but unfortunately failed post race inspection due to something wrong with his car.
Yeah, and I was so mad when Keselowski won that race because he was my least favorite driver at the time, but now he's my second least favorite, and Harvick's my all-time least favorite. So, yeah.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, around that time, I did not hate it, Brad. I mean, I was neutral over him at the time, but after what happened at Kentucky between him and Jimmy, I just started to hate Brad, and plus of what he's done in the past. I mean, he's just done some bad stuff.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. So, especially the incident at Bristol I think it was in 2010. That incident was just, ugh.
Yeah, I mean, and since I'm a huge Kyle Busch fan, I just didn't appreciate what Brad did there.
Yeah, that was 100% absolutely unnecessary and uncalled for. Especially when I was a Cowboys fan, because I was so upset. Like,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't like Harvick either, just because I just feel like Harvick just wins too much, and I'm just getting tired of him winning. I mean, back when I was a young NASCAR fan, and when I was just rooting for Kyle Busch to win Las Vegas and Phoenix, I mean, Harvick just beat him. I mean, I just just getting mad at him, and plus that fall Texas race that I did not appreciate that either.
Yeah, he cheated. I may be right, but I think he cheated 2 times in 2018. The one where he won at Las Vegas, the first race at Vegas, and then the second race at Texas. 2 mile-and-a-half tracks. That I was really mad about. That's the main reason why I hate Harvick.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even know that Harvick cheated to win Vegas or Texas. I mean, I didn't even know about that because I didn't have the NASCAR app at the time.
Yeah, I might have watched that race. I might have watched that race, but when I heard about that, I was extremely upset. So upset about that. So
Yeah. But I only got to see Kyle Busch win one time in 2018. That was the fall Phoenix race. I mean, I was just happy when he won that thing, but I didn't see him win the other 7 races he won in 2018 though.
yeah, I was happy for Kyle Busch too, but Denny Hamlin had a bad season in 2018. Like he didn't even win anything. I think the only time he won something was the pole for the Daytona 500, like outside pole for the 500, and Bowman
Yeah,
won the overall pole
yeah,
position.
yeah. Bowman had the pole in the Daytona 500. I mean, Hamlin won. I think Hamlin won like 3 poles in 2018, but unfortunately, he did not unfortunately win in that year. And honestly, I mean, one time in 2018, I thought of not liking Hamlin because that incident with him and Elliott in 2017, but I changed my mind about that. I'm not going to hate Hamlin for that. I mean, honestly, I just feel like that was just a racing incident.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think it was, in my opinion, just a mistake. That was just sort of reminds me of the incident with the Kyle Busch and Chase Elliott incident at Darlington. That 100% reminds me of that.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't blame Kyle for that there. I mean, I knew that was an accident there. I mean, he was just trying to get ahead of Harvick, and he wasn't just not clear of Elliott, or he was just not clear of Elliott, and he just accidentally turned him.
Yeah, well, you know the incident at Auto Club earlier this year where Harvick pushed Hamlin and Larson got in the wall. I'm not sure whose fault was that. I really don't know. Like, I really don't have an opinion on incident. Do you have an opinion on the incident with Kyle Larson, the Kyle Larson incident at California earlier this year?
I'm not really sure. I mean, I don't really remember what happened in that race since it was a long time ago in March, which was before when COVID hit. But I just don't really remember what happened in that race besides Bowman winning that that 5 wide salute to the fans and Jimmy, and I just didn't really remember that much.
Yeah, well, I think what happened was Harvick was pushing Hamlin too much, and Hamlin couldn't do nothing, and just put Kyle Larson, like, just couldn't do anything about it, and just Kyle Larson went in the wall. Now that was not Hamlin's fault. I in my opinion, I kind of think it was Harvick's fault because Harvick should have backed down. Like Harvick should have tried to go over in a side draft, and Larson couldn't have been in the wall. But I don't know.
Yeah, and also random Canadian fanboy in the chat is asking you about the 2020 Michigan incident about between Keselowski and Blaney.
Now that I was really happy Keselowski got wrecked, but I really don't know. Like honestly, random KTM fanboy. I think Keselowski just got loose there because I think his car got. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe he come out to take out Blaine. I don't remember. I don't know. So I need to look at the replay. So I need to figure out what
Yeah,
happened.
yeah. Honestly, I feel like Brad got loose too. I mean, even though I don't like Brad, I mean, I just feel like that was just an accident.
Also, I completely respect your opinion on Michael McDowell because I still like Michael McDowell because he's one of the most nicest people in the garage area. And yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what he did in the All Star race was not right, but I mean, I could go back to being neutral over him just because I feel like he's a good guy.
Yeah, besides, I think he only did that once. He doesn't do it constantly over and over and over again. If there was a one-time thing, that's fine. I forgive him. But if they do it constantly, then it's not fine.
Yeah, but I just might go back to being neutral over Michael afterwards, just because I just like his personality. He just seems like a good racer. I mean, even though he doesn't have any wins, I mean, he seems like a decent road racer.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think he finished fourth at the Daytona Roval.
Well, actually, I think he finished outside the top 10. I mean, I'm not sure what happened, but I mean, and Jimmy actually finished fourth in that race.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I think I remember him being in the top
yeah,
four, but I might have to
yeah.
take a look at the results again.
Yeah, he was on the top three before some rain came, but I mean, even though it didn't rain, it was just lightning at the time. I mean, I just still remember on that day when Kabash had brake issues and crashed. I was just so mad when that happened.
Well, I think I was a Denny Hamlin fan at the time, but what do you think of the incident at when Bubba Wallace turned Kyle Busch at Watkins Glen in 2019? What do you think about that? Because that was the number one reason why I used to hate Bubba Wallace.
Well, I mean, I like Bubba at that time, but I don't really have an opinion on it. I mean, I understand why Bubba Wallace was a little frustrated because of that racing incident, and I still like Kyle too. I mean, I just think he's just like a great racer, and his cars just look awesome. I mean, his M&M's car just looks amazing, especially some of his other paint schemes like the Interstate Batteries car and the Snickers car, and also the Skittles one too. I mean, his Interstate Batteries car from this year was just amazing. I mean, I just really like how it looked. I mean, it was my number one favorite paint scheme of the year.
Well, my number one favorite paint scheme for Kyle Busch is his Clash, which is Clash car that he raced in the Busch Clash, and that honestly was my number one favorite paint scheme when I was still a Kyle Busch fan, but now I'm a Denny Hamlin fan. Also, what is your favorite paint scheme for Denny Hamlin for this year? Do you like his FedEx Shipathon car that he raced at Texas and Martinsville?
Yeah, I think that was a pretty good paint scheme too. I'm not sure if that was in my top 20 favorite paint schemes of the year, but I might have to go look back at my video on what was my top 20 favorite paint schemes of the year.
Okay, but so who do you think will win the third round of the NASCAR Peanuts tournament at Bristol? It will happen this upcoming Wednesday. Who do you think will win it?
Uh, well, I don't really know who will win it. I mean, I know it's just a diecast race, but I just don't know who will win it. But we'll see who wins it.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. My pick to actually win the Daytona 500 is Danny Hamlin because he's just so good at Daytona. I hope he can be a four-time Daytona 500 champion. That would be extremely cool. He's my number one pick.
Yeah, I'm thinking about picking Elliott to win the Daytona 500 next year. I mean, honestly, I just feel like Hendrick will be having a good year next year, especially with 6 road courses for next year, which are Circuit of Americas, Road America, Sonoma, Watkins Glen. Hang on, I'm trying to remember. And like, do you know? I know the Roval's one, but do you know what is another one that was added to the list?
Well, I I think yeah, Coda was one. Road America was one. Um, I don't know. I think those were the only two. Including I think Watkins Glen, Sonoma, Road America, the Charlotte Roval. Oh, and the Daytona Roval will be in the Clash. So
Yeah, but that's not a points paying race, though.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, I think I might have listed all the road course names for next year. I mean, I think it was 6, but I forgot what the 6th one was.
Yeah. I really don't know. I might have to take a look back at the schedule. I actually posted the schedule of video on my birthday. So yeah.
Mm, Yeah, right now. I'm looking at the schedule right now on my tablet here. I'm just looking here to see if I can find what's the 6th one here. Just trying to
Oh,
find it
by
here.
the way, I actually have family that lives close to Austin, Texas, and there is a chance that I might actually get to go to the COTA race in Austin, Texas. There's a possibility. It's not confirmed yet, but it might be a possibility. It's just a
Yeah,
rumor.
I might go to Coda too, since I live not that far from the track, and I just can't believe they're coming near where I am. But and also, I just found out what the 6-1 is. It's actually Indianapolis, and they're running on the road course next year for the Brickyard 400.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's
Yeah,
really cool.
yeah, so this year's Brickyard 400 would end up being the last time racing on the oval. I mean, the Xfinity race ran on there on the 4th of July this year, and honestly, that was just a really good race, though. I mean, I just really like how they went 3 wide going into turn 1. I mean, it was just really cool.
All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and go, but I'll be in the YouTube chat.
Oh, yeah. I think I might end the stream now since I just decided that I want to end it now.
All right, nice talking with you, my friend.
All right. Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, and also to those who are in the chat, thank you guys for watching this live stream. I might do another one pretty soon. I mean, since this is the off season now, I will probably be doing these more often now.
See you later.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah. See you later.